Hello everyone, welcome to MBA Karo. In this video, I'm going to discuss the solution of one of the sets from CAT 2019, which was on rifle shooting competition. Although the logic of this set was not very difficult, but this was a very lengthy set. It talked about a competition between 10 players and it consisted of 10 rounds. So, in order to solve this, you had to draw a rough table consisting of 10 rows and columns. Right, so that is what it make this set quite lengthy. And let us see that how what should have been the approach of solving this question. So it says that there are 10 players as listed in the table below that participated in a rifle shooting competition comprising of 10 rounds. Each round had 6 participants. Now this made something easy for us that each round had just 6 participants. So not all 10 players participated. Players numbered 1 to 3, 6 participated in round 1. So they participated in round 1. 2 through 7 in round 2. So this is what the players of round 2. Then so on, right? Till 5 to 10 in round 5. So round 2 is this. Then round 3 will be 3 to 8. Round 4 is 4 to 9. Round 5 is 5 to 10. Okay. Now what happens from the sixth round is 6 to 10 and 1 in round 6. So 6 to 10, we have got just 5 players. So the sixth player was this. And in round 7, we will have 7 to 10, 4 players plus 2 more players, that is 6 players. So this is how the tournament proceeded. So basically, we had to have 6 players, we had to reject 4 players. So like first round, these 4 were not playing. Second round, these 3 and this player was not playing. Third round, these 2 and these 2 were not playing. So basically, we have to have it in order, right? Now, the top three performances in each round were awarded 7, 3, and 1 points respectively. So, 7, 3, 1 is the scoring of this. And there was no ties in any of the 10 rounds. The table given below gives the total number of points obtained by 10 players after round 6 and round 10. Now, this is the challenge that we will have to make a large table to find out that who scored how many points in which round, right? So let us see further what is given to us. Some more information is presented about round 1 to 6 and about round 7 to 10. Now let's see that how to solve this. First of all, the very first thing you needed to do was to create this large table. Then eliminate the players who are not participating. So in this round, these 4 players are not participating. In this round, these 4 players won't participate. In the third round, these 4 players won't participate. In the fourth round, these 4 players won't participate. In the fifth round, these 4 players will not participate. So this is how one had to find who are the participants, who are not the participants. Now, seventh round, these 4 will not participate. Eighth round, these 4 will not participate. Ninth and the 10th round. So we know that who are the participants of which round. Now, there's a golden rule that goes whenever you have any data table or a games and tournament based set wherein you have to add numbers or do some calculations. Always start with extremes, right? So there are 10 players. I do not know, like if I start with F, there might be multiple possibilities how to fill this 10, right? It could be 7 plus 3, it could be 7 plus 1 plus 1, it could be 3, 3, 3, 1, right? So never start with those things. Always start with the extremes. Let us see these two players, right? J participated in just 2 rounds and scored 14 points. So the only possibility is 7 plus 7. Now similarly, A participated in 2 rounds and got 8 points. Now 8 is possible only with 7 and 1. Now A cannot get 7 points in this round because J has got 7 points in this round. So this will be 1 and 7. Right? So this is how we filled. Now this player has got 2 points in 2 rounds. So the only possibility is 1 and 1. So we shall fill 1 and 1 here. This player has participated in 3 rounds and the score is 2, right? So it is going to be 1 and 1 again. Now this part cannot be 1 because one player has already got 1 points in this round. So 0 here and 1 here. So we are done with these 4 players. Now this player scored 1 point. Okay, so this round it cannot score 1 because R6 in this A has scored 1. In this I has scored 1, I has scored 1. So only possible way of scoring 1 point is this. So what we did was we looked at the participants who played the least number of rounds and the possible combinations. Now similarly if we see this, so this player C has scored 3 points. Now one possibility is 1 plus 1 plus 1 or 3. But 1 1 1 is not possible because ones have already been filled. So this player will score 3 points in one of the rounds. We do not know yet. Okay. Now 6 again multiple possibilities. It could be 3 3 1 1 1. But if we have like there are two possibilities 3 1 1 1 or 3 3. If we take 1 1 1, we cannot have 1 here, we cannot have 1 here. So we are left with just two ones. So this case is not possible for them. So 3 3. This person can have triple 1. Can it have triple 1? No, because 1 is filled in this round, 1 is filled in this round, 1 is filled in this round. So we have filled all the 1 pointers. So we cannot use the 1 pointer now. So this person must have scored 3 in a single round. 10 will be 3 and 7. One round 3, one round 7. This will be 7, 7, 3. Right. Now, this is the information that we have figured out. Now, let us read the conditions. There are certain conditions given. Let us use them to solve our problem because we cannot find which round this person can score 3 points. We cannot find which two rounds this person will score 3 and 3. Right. So, it becomes difficult for us. Now, let us see these statements. Gordon did not score consecutively in any two rounds. So this is Gordon. He did not score consecutively any two rounds. So that means alternate scores. Now this person is scoring 17 in three rounds. So he must have scored here, here and here. Now if you see this cannot be a 7 because 7 is already filled here. So in this round he scored 3 points and in the other two rounds he scored 7 and 7 points. Okay, so we are done for this round because we know that 1 3 and 7 1 7 is done. We have to fill a 3 pointer here. Okay, it could be this or this. Then we are yet to fill this. Okay, then there is another condition. Eric and Fatima both scored in a round. Okay, so Eric and Fatima scored in a round. Now see this. Eric has to score 3 points. Okay, in that same round, Fatima cannot score 3 because only one kind of score would be possible. So if Eric scores 3 in that round, then Fatima should score 7 in that same round. Okay, now let us find out, since we have filled the sevens in most of the cases, let us find out where can we have Fatima scoring 7. Not possible here because 7 is already here. Not possible here. Not possible here. Not possible here. So that happens only in round 3. So round 3 Fatima will score a 7 and Eric will score a 3. Okay, so this is done. So Eric's we can fill out zeros because Eric won't score anymore. And this round we have found out 1 3 and 7 scorers. Well, now this person Fatima has to score a 3 pointer. Okay, this is left 3 3, this is done 2 threes and a 3. So for 4 rounds we have to find 3 pointers. Now if we clearly see the round 5, we have filled 1 7 and 0. So 3 remains. So 3 will be filled here. So we have filled for Fatima also. Let us put the remaining numbers as zeros. In round 4, we have found out 7, we have found out 1. So this should be 3. Okay, so this is also filled. Now we have to fill 3 point for D and 3 point for C. We do not have any other information. Now this information can be filled interchangeably. Let us say C scores 3 here, so D will score 3 here. Or we might have another case that C scoring 3 here and D scoring 3 here. So we have two possibilities. So either C will score 3 here, D will score 3 here, or C will score 3, D will score 3. So that is how we will be able to put the information. Now this was just up till round 6. We have to complete till round 10 also. Okay. Now let us see that if we can put something very obvious. Now see, this is 0 0. We can fill obvious things. Let us fill this 7 point very obvious thing. 17 remains 17 0. So 3 will come in one of these two places. We do not know. 2 becomes 17. That will be increase of 15, right? Increase of 15 means 7 7 and 1. Now which place we do not know. 14 becomes 17. We may have 1 1 1, or we may have a 3 point, right? So let us just ignore it. With obvious things we have filled, that is just for this person, and for rest we have filled the zeros. So let us now read these conditions, because there are multiple conditions given. Okay. Now this is given that only two players scored in three consecutive rounds. One of them was Chen. Okay, so there are two players who will score in consecutive rounds. One of them is Chen. So Chen will score in all three rounds. So that means Chen will score 1, 1 and 1. Then only Chen can make it 6. Isn't it? So this is one of these players. Second player, if you want to find out, that player must be I. Because 2 to 17, we need to make 15 points. And the only possibility to make this is 7, 7, 1. Now, if you filled 1, 1, 1 here, we cannot have 1 here, we cannot have 1 here. Okay, so 1 will come here and 7 will be filled here. So this condition has been completely filled, that only two players scored in three consecutive rounds. One was Chen and another person is I. Okay. Now the next statement that is given to us is Joshin scored in round 7. So that means he needs to score here. Okay. While Amita scored in round 10. So we have a number to be put here. Now, if we see Joshin scored in round 7, Joshin cannot score 1 point because 1 point is already filled. Joshin cannot score 7 points also because his total would exceed 17. So, Joshin will score 3 points. If he scores 3 points, his points are done. So, these three will be zeros. Okay. Now, Amita scored in round 10. In round 10, 1 is done, 7 is done. So, only points that she could score is 3. So that makes it complete for this round as well, right? Now this person has to score 3 points, right? The H has to score 3 more points to make it 4. It cannot score 3 here, so here it will be a 3 pointer. Okay, so let us fill the rounds that we have already completed. In this 1 3 7 is done, so these will not be the points. 1 3 1 7 is missing. Okay, we cannot have a 7 here because this will exceed his score, so 7 will come here, right? And this completes 7 10 18, and 2 will 2 plus 3 will make it 5, and that is the remaining conditions, right? That is the remaining values that we have already filled. So this is how this table needed to be filled, right? First you have to draw this large table, then you have to knock off the cases that which players will not be participating. If this table was given to us, then it would have been easy, isn't it? Then it was not a very big challenge, but it was a lengthy process to draw the table and then fill in the values. All right, so this is how we will solve this set, and now we can answer the questions based on it. So first question is, what were the scores of Chen, David and Eric respectively after round 3? So we know that we cannot determine in which round Chen scored 3, but after round 3 his score is 3. David also has a score of 3 after round 3, and Eric also has a score of 3 after round 3. So the answer is 3 3 3. Which three players were in the last three positions after round 4? Now, let me tell you that this question could have been answered without even solving. Just by knowing the conditions and without even filling this table, you could have answered this question. Let me tell you how. We know that J did not play for the first 4 rounds. That we knew that from that logic, this did not participate in first 4 rounds. So first 4 rounds definitely J has a score of 0. So Joshin has to be one of the players. So we can eliminate two options. Now we are given IKEA in both the cases, right? So IKEA is definitely one of the players. So Joshin, IKEA, no need to fill the table. Now one is given as Hansa, one is given as Bala, right? Okay. Hansa has a total, see, Bala has played in only 2 rounds, right? So Bala has already scored 2 in those 2 rounds. Okay. Hansa after 6 rounds has a score of 1. So obviously Bala will be ahead of Hansa. So Hansa will be the third person. So this could have been answered logically without completing the table. So a learning from this thing is, let us say if you're solving a set and in between you realize that you are stuck somewhere, make sure you see the questions. Definitely you would be able to answer at least one or maybe two questions from the set. Which player scored points in maximum number of rounds? Now this question could have been solved only after filling the complete table. Okay, so Joshin, FPC Joshin scored on 3 occasions. Chen scored 1 and 3 more times, that is 4 times. IK scored 1, 2 and 3, 5 times. Okay, and Amita scored on uh, 4 occasions. Right? So the answer is IKEA. Which player scored points in the last round? Right. So Amita is one of them. So we had to find the other two. So Amita, Chen, and then we had Eric. So this also could have been done without solving the set completely, because we knew that Amita was given in the options, right? Eric was, see, we knew that Eric did not score here, and we were also given that Chen scored in 3 consecutive rounds. So if you just read those instructions, you could have answered these questions. So it is also important not just to draw the complete table, but also see the questions. Maybe you can answer 1 or 2 questions out of the set by partially solving it, and that would give you a great advantage in the examination. If you are looking for a great source for DILR preparation, I have a channel which has over 230 sets for CAT, right? So you can subscribe to this channel, Aptitude Jab, and practice DILR sets from here. And you can also join my Telegram group to get updates on MBA exams. I hope you loved the solution, the approach, how to solve such questions, and also the hacks that I mentioned, that if you solve a set partially, make sure you see the questions. For more videos on CAT and other MBA examinations, stay updated with my channel. So please do subscribe to my channel and do like and share these videos.